So the truck finally got its yearly wash. I tell you, it's always in bad shape because we're parked underneath these trees, so it collects all that sap, and then it starts to get some, I don't know, kind of some sort of fungus, mold or something, But I usually wash it when I get a power washer here. Somebody want me to do a power, work on a power washer. But 9 times out of 10, I don't really need to run it a long time. When I get a power washer, I just need to start it up, make sure it pressurizes. Usually the problem with power washers is they've left the gas in it for 2 or 3 years and then it won't start. So you got to just change the carburetor. So this guy, a few days ago, let's say it was Thursday actually, so this is Wednesday, so about a week ago, he brings his power washer over and says, won't start. I said, okay. Well, it had bad gas in it, so I just cleaned the carburetor and replaced the gas, started right up. I put some water to it and it pressurized, so the pump was good. I don't know, ran it probably 5 minutes and that was it. There's no reason to waste my water if I don't have to. So I call him up and tell him, hey, your pressure washer's done. And he says, oh, great, okay, I'll pick it up Monday. Now, you gotta remember, this guy was in a huge hurry. He had to have it, he's got contractors come over, he's gotta wash off the concrete, and so he picks it up Monday. So I guess yesterday, he brings it back and says that the rope has broke. Now, I forgot to tell you that. I also replaced the rope because the rope was so short that you couldn't pull it more, maybe 2 feet, and you just yank it would knock your shoulder, and you just wasn't getting a very good pull from it. So I replaced the rope, 6 feet, which is approximately my entire arm span. So I just do an arm span of rope, and then I replaced the rope. So he brings it back, says the handle has fallen off the rope, which is pretty odd because what you do is you burn the end. When you cut the rope, you burn the end, and it makes a nice little bump there, a little putty of rope. It's nylon rope, so it kind of just makes this big ball, and then you tie a knot in it. So if the knot were to loosen up, it would hit that ball and would retighten itself. Well, I double knot it, and then I melt the knot also, so it kind of sticks onto itself. So he brings it back, and I thought, boy, this is odd. The handle came off the rope. So he doesn't want to leave. He just wants to get it fixed. So okay, that's fine. So I grab the wrenches, I take the top off, I fish that rope out of there. Well, it's obvious that he has cut the rope. Remember, the old rope he had was like 2.5 feet long, but it's obvious he has cut it. And I guess he was trying to re-knot it and it slipped out of his hand and it went in there. That would be my guess. But he has cut it because that melted spot wasn't there. It was back to being shredded. And I know I did it because I recorded a video of the melting. So I went back to look at the video just to make sure I didn't miss the melting portion. And sure enough, I had melted it. So the melting was gone. So he cut it. My estimation, he has cut off about 1.5 feet of it because it was about 2 turns, which is probably about 1.5 feet of rope. I guess when he was trying to pull it, and it was such a long pull, he didn't like that, so he made the pull shorter. That's all I can think of. But anyway, he was upset that the rope broke. Well, anyway, I fixed it for free while he sat here. I hardly even took it out of his truck, out of his Tahoe. It's a SUV thing. So got him back on his way. So today I see him pulling up in front of the house, and he's in a big hurry. I mean, it was a jerking stop, and he yanks it in reverse and he backs into the drive, and he was this close from hitting my mailbox, which would also put him in the ditch. I yelled at him, hey, watch the mailbox in the ditch. So he straightens up and comes running back, hits the brakes, slides in the yard, And he comes out and says, the pressure washer isn't working. It ran for 15 minutes and died, and I can't get it to restart. We need to get this fixed. I got contractors coming. I need to get this thing, the patio washed or whatever. And he says, I only got a few more minutes and it'll be finished. Okay. So he says, I don't want you starting this in front of me. I'm going to leave and then you can work on it. Okay. He says, if you get this thing running with it in front of me, I'm going to shoot it. I mean, he's upset. I said, well, I apologize. I'll look at it, see what's going on. He says, I want you to make sure that it runs for more than 15 minutes. Okay. So I pull the choke out. I pull it 3 times. It doesn't start. I push the choke back in, pull it 1 time, it starts right up. Which surprised me. I didn't have the water hooked up to it. And you got to have water hooked up to it, otherwise you burn the pump up. So I immediately shut it off, hooked the water up to it, and started it 1 pull. And I even choked it. So it was just 1 pull on the choke. So I turned the water on. I didn't have the wand hooked up just yet. I wanted to see if it would run for a while, so I just let the water spit out. So the water's just spitting out. That way I didn't burn up the pump. And it ran for, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. So I go over there, I shut it off, I hooked the wand up, and I washed the truck. So, you know, it ran for a good long while. Now you gotta remember, my pump for my water doesn't keep up. And so I explained this to him when I called him. And so, just know that I told him this. So I said, now, my water pump doesn't keep up with these things. So I can run it for about a minute, and then I gotta shut the wand off and let that pressure build back up, and then I can run it for about 30 seconds and shut it off, the wand. And so I didn't get a good 15 minutes full, spraying water out. But I ran it for a good half hour trying to wash that truck and, throttling the wand, which I would think most people do. I don't think anybody runs it for a full 15 minutes without shutting it off. But maybe you did. So I wanted to be clear that that's what I did. Well, when he comes back, I explained that to him again, just so he's sure he knows. So I'm sure he knows that I didn't run it for a full 15 minutes with the wand pressed. He says, well, if it's not running, I'll bring it back. Okay, but there's absolutely nothing I can do for you because it runs. And it ran well. I washed the entire truck. I showed him the truck. So, I guess I don't understand people. I just don't understand why. It was obvious that he cut the rope to make it shorter, and then he couldn't, so that was my fault. So I did that for free. So today, I did that for free. I washed my truck. Obviously, you can't charge the guy because you washed your truck with his pressure washer. I'm sure somebody would say, yes, you can. But I just don't feel right about that, so ethics and all that stuff. So he came and picked it up, and I haven't heard back from him, so I guess he's okay. I don't know. Well, I mean, what are you gonna do? Well, then right after that, another guy showed up and he picked up his leaf blower. So, and that was another one. It was in a big hurry. I've told you about this. I had a mower here, his mower. Well, I guess his friend's mower. I don't know whose mower it was. But anyway, he's the one that paid for it. So I had transmission problems. So I took it back over to his house. And, he pays me. And he gives me a leaf blower. So puts it in the back of the truck. And the next day, or I guess that day, I messed with it and realized it needed a new ignition coil. So the very next day he says, you figured out what's wrong with that leaf blower? I really need it. Okay, yeah. I didn't realize you needed me to call you right back, but it needs a new ignition coil. I've ordered a new one. It should be here tomorrow. Okay. Well, it showed up. I put it on, and it was a bad ignition coil. That was an OEM ignition coil, original equipment manufacturer. So Husqvarna uses that exact ignition coil to put on their equipment. So I don't know if they test every one before they put it on the machine, but even when I took it off, it tested bad. It was high out of spec, so it was high resistance. So I ordered a new one, returned that one, ordered a new one, and I called him up and said, yeah, that one was bad, so we'll, I've ordered a new one, should be here in 2 days. So, I don't know, what was that? I guess, it was Friday. So, okay, so yeah, that was Friday when I got the new ignition coil. So I got it on, called him up, and he ignored my call. As a matter of fact, he tried to hang up on me. I'm pretty sure that's what he did. He tried to hang up on me, because it rang, 4 or 5 times. And instead of hanging up on me, he probably answered it. Because I heard him talk in the background, him and a female, but I'm yelling, hello, hello, and they never heard me, so I called right back. Well, the female answered. She says, yeah, he's busy, I'll let him know what you said, and I told him how much it was going to be, and it's fixed. So all weekend goes by, he doesn't get a hold of me. So 9 a.m. Monday morning, I call him. Now remember, he needed this right away. The very next day is what he needed it. So Monday, I call him at 9 a.m. I said, that your leaf blower's ready. Okay, I'll be over today to pick it up. Okay, great. And, well, I don't know, 3 o'clock, he calls me and says, yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it today. I'll come by sometime this week. So today, he called and said, I'm coming by to pick it up. Oh, great. So he finally showed up. Yeah, I just don't understand people. I don't get this. I'm in a rush, I'm in a rush, I'm in a rush, and then they wait a week, like the guy with the pressure washer. Brought it over on Thursday. He could have had it Thursday. And that way, he would have had all weekend to pressure wash his patio if he had another problem with his antique pressure washer. And he could have brought it over, and he wouldn't have been rushed. But this time, he's rushed. He waited until Monday, and now it's my fault that he's running late. Machines have problems, especially when you let them sit around forever with gasoline in them. Things happen. Mice get into them, and I can only run them so long. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Just waste water, letting this thing run for an hour? Typically, it's just the gas. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm supposed to test them forever. I'm always concerned that if I run something and test it, then I'm going to break it worse. That I hit a stump with a lawnmower or a rock. And so now I'm having to fix things that weren't originally broke. So, I run it for 15 minutes like a riding mower. I don't turn the blades on. I mean, I'll turn the blades on just to make sure they work. But most of the time, if it's a carburetor issue or a ignition coil, I'll just let it run for 15 minutes to make sure it runs, and then shut it off. I don't want to go around damaging these pieces of equipment, because that's happened too many times with me. Something happens that wasn't a problem until I made it a problem. I mean, what's the odds of them all breaking on me? But they tend to do that. So, I mean, and the thing is they're all old. I mean, everything that comes here is just ancient. And people just don't understand that this equipment that they've had for 20 years is only supposed to last 10. So I don't understand it. It's lawnmowers are the most abused piece of equipment that you buy. They don't last as long as cars, because you're running them in dusty conditions. You're really pushing them and doing things with them that they're just really abused. Most people don't even change the oil in them. And especially when it comes to pressure washers, they never touch the oil. Well, I only ran it a couple hours. They've had it for 20 years. I've only ran it for a couple hours. Well, you're supposed to change the oil every year. Anyway, that was my day. So if you'll click this up next box, it'll take you to a video where I was working on something on my other channel. Really appreciate it. Go check it out. So if I can inspire you to deal with the problems so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.